Dude, oh, Mamma Mia. It was such a, there's a cursed time in the dead of night where the veil between the planes grows thin, you know? And you may just find yourself thinking between dimensions, trying to figure out what everybody else around you is doing. Between 4:30 and 7:30 in the morning, my time, there was exactly 8 people in the entire looking for group on the one hardcore server for level 60. And they kept rotating in and out. I spent hours getting into groups and getting out of groups. The first one was going, believe it or not, the first one was going into Blackrock Depths with a group of players in my guild that were not level 60. And I didn't know, but apparently you cannot group with people that are not level 60 unless it's a max level dungeon, if you're max level. So I go all the way across the world, mind you. Here's where Blackrock Depths is, in Blackrock Mountain. Here's where my Hearthstone is, in Orgrimmar. It's a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump across the maelstrom to the other side of the galaxy, right? So I travel all the way over there for a Blackrock Depths, and we try for 40 minutes to get into the same instance, but because I'm max level and everyone else isn't, we actually get put into 2 separate instances, and we cannot go into the same instance. So we're like, okay, this isn't working. And they're like, but it worked with Dire Maul. And it's because Dire Maul is a max level dungeon. So I come up to here. I hearth back to Orgrimmar. Hey, you want to come to Blackrock Spire? I go to Blackrock Spire. Takes me, solid 15, 20 minutes to get across the ocean again. I'm back at the mountain. People are talking about fishing. I see people leaving the group, rejoining, leaving, rejoining. I don't know what's happening. Nobody's saying anything. They're just saying stuff like this. Have Jed or should I fish? Fish, please. I'm fishing. We need fishers. Does this make any sense to you? I have my Nat Pagel's Extreme Angler fishing pole in my bank, but boy, I've never heard of fishing for Rend Blackhand. So these people are fishing. I have to look it up on the internet, what this means. What fishing World of Warcraft Ubers? And apparently, you can go in with the engineering item, the ornate spyglass, and look through the wall to see if your instance lockout has the one rare spawn boss that can maybe sometimes show up in the dungeon. Jed Runewatcher, because he has a 30% chance to drop one item that's good for some casters. Now, naturally, you may be thinking that the group I joined, which was 4 warriors, 5 rogues, and a priest, wouldn't care too much about getting that item. But boy, was I sitting outside of this instance portal, watching people join group, leave group, start new groups, create new groups, delete their groups, make new ones, reset the instance, running in and out like a conveyor belt. It was like watching ants in an ant farm trying to reset their raid lockouts until they reset it so many times they got locked out for the rest of the day. And all of them failed to spawn the rare spawn boss. When the one person that didn't care about getting it was the one caster in the group. So it's just all of these melee characters trying to get a rare spawn boss that only drops casting gear for an hour, and then they locked themselves out and I had to reset. I hearth back to Orgrimmar. Hey, it's the next day, because that's how long it was. It was past the daily lockout. I go back again. We go again to Blackrock Mountain. Blackrock Depths, same group as before. It's a daily reset. This time it'll work for sure. Join our group. Guaranteed you're gonna get in. Guess what happens when I join this group of not level 60s in Blackrock Depths? We don't get in the same instance. They summoned me. We don't get in. They wasted souls of creatures, living beings, to summon me there, even though they knew it wouldn't work. My Hearthstone is still on cooldown from the Upper Blackrock Spire fiasco. Hey, do you want a portal back? Yes, please. Semicolon. Tilde. Semicolon. They send me back. And the best part about this whole thing was that I was supposed to tank for the Blackrock Depths that I didn't want to go to begin with. So I spent all of the rest of the gold that I had to get dual spec and spec a second spec into protection talents when I wound up not being able to tank for them. And after joining the group for the second time for Blackrock Depths, which I knew wouldn't work, and so did they, my guild is like, full guild group. Upper Blackrock Spire. We need 1 DPS. And I was like, 2 minutes too late. I'm already here for the other guys. Can't get in. Other group's full. Well, portal back to Orgrimmar. Here we go. I get back to Orgrimmar. Hey, why don't you try some Dire Maul? Do you want to tank for us? Sure. Why don't I do that? I just turned 60. I don't have any gear. My weapon skills are 200 out of 300 for all my weapons. I don't tell them this. I just make a comment that, oh, my threat seems kind of low. So I'm tanking Dire Maul West, and by tanking Dire Maul West, I mean everybody else in the group is tanking Dire Maul West while I'm chasing the enemies around and missing Sunder Armor until I level all of my weapon skills up to high enough level to hit things. And we clear it. I get back out. I get back out. Hey, do you want to do Blackrock Depths? I do Blackrock Depths. Arena runs only. We do it 3 times. Smooth. Nothing happens. Hey, do you want to do Strathome Undead? The thing that you need for, you know, your swordsmithing quest line? I'd love to do that. You don't even have to tank. We have a druid tanking. Oh, perfect. Just kidding. We're going to the live side. The Blackrock Depths run, I get 9 out of 10 of the items that I need to turn in the quest. The Strathome run, I have 19 out of 20 of the items that I need to turn in the quest. I also have 14 out of 15 for the Egan's Blaster. There it is. 14 out of 15 for the Egan's Blaster. So 3 out of 3 quests that I need to do for these dungeons is just filling up inventory space, requiring 1 more item to complete. In the Strathome Live, 1 Righteous Orb drops. That's fantastic. I would love a Righteous Orb. Imagine if I won a Righteous Orb, right? If I won a Righteous Orb, oh my goodness. Do you know what I could do with that? With 1 Righteous Orb, I could make my Arcanite champion, because it requires a Righteous Orb, because it's essentially a Crusader sword. 1 Righteous Orb drops, I win it. The next pull, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a purple healing belt. It's a purple leather healing belt with 54 healing power, spirit and stamina, or maybe spirit and intellect. And the auction house running price for it is 900 gold. So I could have bought 20 Righteous Orbs for that. And I don't win it. And then I get into this group immediately after that. Hey, Blackrock Spire, this time it's gonna work. We're gonna find the dude, He's gonna be there. I promise. All the casters are gonna have their loot. Everyone was there. Okay, everyone gets in the instance. I'm late. I'm always the last one because I'm always running to Blackrock Mountain from Orgrimmar. Every time. The second I step into the instance, Brain Hacker drops. The level 55 purple axe, which would have been great for me considering what I'm using as a weapon. And I don't win that. But you better believe that I've been at this so long that I feels like it's been a week, and it's literally just been the same stream that all of this has happened, and I haven't slept, and I feel like my brain is melting from the pure, unadulterated, like pristine experience of endgame hardcore World of Warcraft. This is what we're doing. That's the stream that you've arrived at. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually feel like I'm losing my mind. I really do.